as Marissa just mentioned, today's announcement from Governor Newsom was a bit unexpected after a memo from the California Police Chiefs Association went out saying the governor was going to close all beaches and state parks. And the governor addressed it during today's briefing.
Yeah. What kind of made you kind of pull back?
Oh, we never did. This is exactly the conversations we were having. So, no, this is consistent with what I've been saying, and I appreciate you acknowledging what we were saying yesterday. I think Monday, last Thursday, Friday. So we've been very consistent, and we've been engaging in those conversations. CSAC, League of Cities, mayors up and down the coast, all across the state, elected officials, but more important than anything else, health officials, guided by their determination, their decision-making. So we've been consistent. This is the announcement and the directive, and I can't square what others may have said, but this is what we've said.
And the California Police Chiefs Association has since apologized for sharing that information.
So let's dig into this and other topics. CBS 13 political analyst Gary Dietrich joins us now via Skype. Gary, what's your take on this thing? I mean, this had to come from somewhere. Do you think there was a pullback from the governor after word got out that he was perhaps thinking about doing the whole state?
Well, Tony, if you look at the actual memo itself that came from the Police Chiefs Association, they actually named several senior administration officials that they spoke with. They said their executive committee talked with about this. So there clearly was at least some miscommunication, but something obviously in the last 24 hours changed big time when this was scaled back from statewide just to Orange County. Some people do believe this is sending a message to others after what people saw last weekend in Orange County, but there's no question that there's clearly some wires crossed somehow in the last 24 hours.
Chances are they got a few phone calls and emails as well. Oh, that may have played a factor. So El Dorado County, Gary, allowing shelter-in-place order to expire today. They still don't want you to go to Tahoe, though. But at last check, El Dorado County has 44 confirmed cases of the virus, relatively low number compared to Sacramento, as you can see, with more than 1,000 cases. There's San Joaquin County with more than 500. So how is the state handling the tension that's growing between the capital and local governments right now?
That is an excellent question, Tony, because really what the next few weeks are going to play out is exactly what we're going to start seeing a lot of tomorrow. And that is local jurisdictions who are letting their own orders either expire or modifying them significantly such that the more restrictive order is going to be the states. And that's the heat that the governor and his folks are going to feel as this grows over the next couple of weeks. And local governments, that is particularly county and city governments, are saying, look, we're ready to move, especially as you know, Tony, in some low impact areas for the virus. We're ready to move back on some of this. And the state has so far said not so fast.
So, Gary, let's look ahead into the future here, into next week. It is back to work for the state legislature starting on Monday. So what exactly are they going to be doing differently to prevent the spread there at the Capitol, and how's voting supposed to work?
Well, Adrian, that is the million-dollar question. The Capitol, friends, is going to be a completely different place. Now, get this. On Monday, the Assembly is coming back, but the Senate is waiting another week. And both chambers, by the way, are not in any kind of agreement, constitutionally even, about how they should vote. The Assembly has said, we need all of our 80 members here. They must cast votes in person. The Senate has said, no, we don't agree with that. Our reading of the Constitution is we can allow our members to vote remotely. Also, the members themselves will only be allowed to bring in one staff person with themselves into the Capitol. There will be no face-to-face meetings between even the legislators themselves. So you're going to see a very different Capitol building, at least over the next few weeks and maybe a couple of months.
Yeah, maybe some red and blue masks to pass around. Lots to talk about, Gary. We'll chat with you again very soon. Take care.